Hello, I'm Graham Steele, CEO and founder of Cryptosense, and today I'm going to talk about how to run a crypto inventory project. So let's say you've decided you want to make an inventory of your cryptography. It might be for crypto agility or getting ready for post-quantum crypto, maybe just for policy enforcement or compliance. Whatever it is, it's a great thing to have in a modern company to improve your cybersecurity posture. So we're going to go ahead and make an inventory of all the cryptography that our enterprise IT is using. How are we going to do that? So I'm going to talk a bit today about how we help our customers here at Cryptosense achieve that kind of goal. The customers are typically quite big companies, often in financial services or in tech. And like everybody, they've got a limited amount of resource and quite a lot of IT they would like to do this kind of inventory on. So how are they going to do that? So the first thing that we do is figure out with our customer what they already have. So very few people really start from zero with a cryptography inventory. So there'll be some elements of your infrastructure that will already be doing a bit of inventory work for you. So for example, you might have a public key infrastructure, a PKI. So some system that manages certificates for you. It issues them and verifies them throughout your infrastructure. Probably that has some logs somewhere and a register of the certificates that you have. That's actually the first step on your way towards a cryptography inventory. You might be using some kind of certificate management tool to deal with third-party certificates or other kind of renewals. You might have some of your cryptographic keys inside cryptographic hardware, so things like hardware security modules or HSMs. In that case, you might be using a key manager which can tell you a bit about some of those keys. So you're very rarely starting from nowhere with this. So typically what we do is help our customers figure out where they already have cryptographic inventory information. It could be in regular vulnerability scans of their TLS servers, for example. And then we want to look at leveraging that as part of the inventory that we're going to develop. So step two, once we've got the state of what we have at the moment, is to figure out a kind of gap analysis. So where is there other cryptography around that we're currently not including in our inventory? So if you choose to use Cryptosense tools to develop your inventory, then what you would typically do at this point is use some of our scanning tools. So these do scans, for example, on file systems or on the network and look around for evidence of cryptography. So that can be cryptographic keys, certificates, keys in key stores, keys from systems like PGP or SSH that often aren't part of our existing inventories, as well as tools that can watch an application do its cryptography. So we're actually going to trace inside the application while it runs, see every cryptographic operation that's carried out. And by doing that, we can see which algorithms are being used for application level encryption, for single sign-on, for other cryptographic protocols. We can see where those keys are and where they're being loaded from, and that we can load up into the inventory as well. So by doing that, we can get a pretty good coverage of all the inventory objects that we want. Cryptosense tools are designed to interoperate with other systems, so we put a lot of work into making sure our APIs are open and can get at all of the data, so you can then bring that data out and put it where you want it. That might be inside some data digestion tool, something like Splunk, or it might be into a register like ServiceNow, whatever it is. So you've got your first cut of the inventory, but the thing about a cryptographic inventory is it's only valuable while it's up to date. So you don't want to be doing these one-shot scanning exercises every now and then trying to figure out what's going on between. Really, you want to be controlling the way cryptography is being used all the time. So the next stage is to make update of the cryptographic inventory business as usual for your company in an efficient way that you don't have to put too much resource into that. So doing this, you're going to be looking at ways to automate those scans or bring in automatically the data that's coming from your existing scans, so your existing TLS scans, something like that, and to build into application development processes a way of inventorying the way that cryptography is being used by those applications. So again, if you use Cryptosense tools, we put a lot of effort into making sure that our application tools integrate into CI processes so that you can get information about how cryptography is used by every app while it's built, and also in the delivery pipeline to, for example, scan a container file system before it's deployed to make sure the cryptography on there is also taken into account in your inventory. So you've started from your baseline, you've scanned to fill in the gaps, and now you've got a way to keep that inventory up to date. And now you've got a resource that you can use, leverage for all kinds of useful purposes. So showing compliance, for example, making decisions about improving security posture, getting ready for cloud migration, or in the future, getting ready for post-quantum crypto. So thanks for listening. If you are working on a cryptography inventory project, let me know how that's gone. If you've got any tips, things that have gone well or badly, please put them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with cryptography management here at Cryptosense, and I'll see you soon.